Good morning, Jamie Rickard, Operations with Team 13 with your operational update for the Willamette North Complex. Starting with the pyramid fire, we're going to resume equipment work on the contingency lines today around the pyramid fire and continue that cleanup of activity fuels from suppression activities. Overall, the pyramid fire is looking really well. We continue to patrol the primary holding lines and everything's remaining within the current containment lines. The ore fire. So for the ore fire, divisions Alpha, Whiskey, Zulu, and Delta continuing to patrol and secure the containment lines. Everything's holding within containment lines. Division Foxtrot, they're continuing to patrol the firing operation from several days ago. No issues, no spots, no slops, no concerns. With the rainfall, the progression of the fire backing down is going to be stalled for a while, and we don't have any plans to continue any UAS ignitions until it dries out again to finish cleaning that up. But overall, the firing operation is looking really good. It's connected down here to the Ore Creek drainage, and that'll prevent anything that heats up down here in the bottom of Ore Creek from gaining any steam and coming out of here. So overall, successful operation. They'll continue to patrol that. In addition, in divisions Alpha, Delta, Foxtrot, they're going to continue equipment operations to clean up the fuels on the primary contingency lines. The next fire. So here we have the Linton Creek fire. With the weather that came in yesterday, we extracted the smoke jumpers that were in here. Due to weather, they're high elevation and rainfall, we didn't want them out there. So today the plan is to insert a wildland fire module into the same location so they can start working on the Linton Creek. They're going to patrol the PCT for any spot fires across and kind of keep that in check on the PCT. And then they're going to come around here and look for opportunities to connect direct line outside of the old burn scar and kind of tie this off and keep it within our primary planning box. As I mentioned yesterday, the majority of this fire is burning in the 2017 fire scar. So this is just kind of backing from dead and down, heavy to heavy. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on that stuff. The rain did us some good in there, though, to slow the progression of this fire toward Highway 242. In addition, Division Tango is out here looking at structures and assessing values at risk along Highway 242, and they're doing structure prep for any values at risk along that corridor. Next fire. So we have the Boulder fire. So on the Boulder fire, fire has backed all the way down to Highway 126 in Division Papa. So they're continuing to patrol and secure that, making sure there's no rollout or snags across the line. In Division Papa over here, the plan is still to continue to construct direct line with equipment and hand crews. With the weather that came in, it really pinned this fire down, so we have a really good opportunity to pick this fire up and keep it as small as possible. So this dozer line is holding. They've picked up all of these spot fires that are out here on the fire and have contained them. So that gives us that option to really come in here and go direct. They're looking at completing dozer line around here on the northwest side of the fire to a point where it gets too steep, and then they're going to assess with hand crews to see if they're comfortable finishing this steep piece off and tying it back into 126. In Division Sierra, they were able to complete dozer line to tie this back into proposed hand line here, so they've got that secured today, and then they're going to assess this piece right here, another steep section of ground, looking at coming down and tying that back into Scott Creek Road. So they have a really good plan in place, and the weather really helped us out, giving us some opportunities. So we're going to be pretty aggressive with this fire today and try to put it to bed. Next fire. So we have the 374 fire out in the Three Sisters Wilderness south of the Linton Creek fire. There's 14 smoke jumpers in here that are spiked out in a camp. This fire received rainfall yesterday too, but it is still in really steep, rugged terrain. So the smoke jumpers have a plan to back off to the connecting trail systems that surround this fire. And they've started assessing, snagging, and prepping these trail systems to try to make a box, contingency box here. That'll be probably the primary plan unless something changes with the fire moving down into more favorable ground. So that is the plan for now, to prep those trail systems and get them ready to hold fire on as the fire wakes up and progresses. And we also have the Round Top fire that is south of the 374. We had the 4 rappellers in there. They hiked out yesterday with the weather, but we are going to keep patrolling that. The smoke jumpers yesterday hiked down to it and said it's looking good. Still has some heat, but there is containment line all around, and we're going to continue to monitor that fire. End of report.